Welcome back, Splunk enthusiasts. This video is brought to you by Lame Creations, log analysis made easy, where we help you master the tools and techniques to become a Splunk pro. In today's session, we're diving into the world of SPL, or Splunk Processing Language, to help you sharpen your skills to become a more powerful data investigator in Splunk. We'll be working with the BOTS version 3 dataset, Boss of the SOC, a realistic, hands-on dataset full of cybersecurity challenges that's perfect for exploring real-world scenarios and honing your search skills. Let's unlock the full potential of your data with Splunk's powerful stats command. In this tutorial, we'll break down the stats command step by step and show you how to use it for deep, actionable insights. Whether you're a beginner or looking to sharpen your Splunk SPL skills, this video will guide you through real-life examples using the Boss of the SOC dataset. By the end, you'll be able to calculate averages, sums, counts, and much more to make data-driven decisions like a pro. In this video, you will learn the stats command fundamentals, how to group, calculate, and transform data, and tips for leveraging stats in cybersecurity and IT insights. Get ready to transform your data analysis game. All right, let's do some stats commands. As always, remember that we are using the BOTS dataset, so it is historical data. We're just going to use all time here. All right, the very first thing is let's get to the very basics. We're just going to get all the events. So I'm going to just go events, index equals bots v3, stats count. Not doing any sort of specialness here. I just want to get a count of the number of events. And back it comes. We see that this number here actually matches right down here. But if we needed the number, we want to be able to see it, we could just run that stats count. We're going to focus on a source type, which is our stream TCP. And that is just basically network traffic over the TCP protocol. And we're going to do stats count by source IP. This will give me all of the source IPs in this log set and the count of them. So we can see this IP was seen 2 times, 1 time, 1 time, 2 times. This one was seen a lot. This is a very valuable query for cybersecurity analysts. It helps us monitor TCP connection volume, identify network anomalies, and establish baselines for TCP traffic. If you're a non-cybersecurity analyst, you can use this to assess network utilization. You can use it to troubleshoot performance issues. You can support reporting on network usage. We also can group by more than just source IP. We can keep on adding. So I want to get all of the IP tuples, as we refer to them, the source to the destination IP. And now this is going to count this IP talking to this IP, and it happened how many times. And this as well can be valuable for cybersecurity analysts. It helps them identify suspicious communication patterns, helps them detect IPs with high connection counts. It can help you enhance network segmentation and defense. For non-cybersecurity analysis, it can help you monitor your network utilization by IPs, troubleshoot network congestion, or document inter-system communications. If we want to just see the distinct number of source IPs, we see them all counted here, but how many of them are there? We can just use the DC command, which stands for distinct count. And that'll bring back a number of the distinct number of IPs. It won't use any counts there. Once it's seen, it doesn't count it again. So we just remove that count in the by and let that run. And now we get that there were 401 unique source IPs on my network. That can be helpful for a cybersecurity analyst because it helps you detect unique source IPs, helps you monitor for anomalous traffic patterns, and it enhances your network visibility. For a non-cybersecurity analyst, it helps you understand your system activity, troubleshoot connectivity issues, and maybe support in your usage reporting. If you notice, this ended up writing a variable name as DC parentheses source IP. That can be annoying. We could do a rename command, but we can also use the as. And I'm just going to give a name right here, and I'm going to call it the DC source IP, and that will rename this field. Saves me having to rename it later, or when I do character manipulation, I won't have to write all of that out. We want to see the average number of bytes on our system. We can use stats AVG, and we can use the bytes. And this will calculate the average number of bytes during the time period that we're searching. It's a relatively large number. For a cybersecurity analyst, it can be helpful to help detect unusual data transfer patterns, maybe help you monitor network health and performance, or prioritize investigations. We're always looking for data exfiltration or malware downloads, so thereby that bytes is going to help give you some concept as to where you should prioritize. For non-cybersecurity analysts, it will help you assess your data transfer efficiency. You can benchmark your normal network traffic usage, and you can track network utilization trends. We're going to do by dest IP. Now we're going to break down the average number of bytes by all the destination IPs. So we can see that this machine used this amount of average bytes and etc. This again can help you identify anomalous data transfers to specific IPs. You can monitor destination IP activity or establish baselines for data flows. For non-cybersecurity analysts, you can use it to optimize your network resources. You can understand application data usage, or you can support performance reporting. We want to see the largest, the smallest, and the range of the bytes being used. So we're going to do min bytes. That's a little function that gives us the minimum bytes. We can use the max bytes. And we can use the range bytes. And we're actually going to get back 3 values. We'll get back 3 values here, and we can see this IP address. The minimum amount of bytes were here, the maximum bytes were here, and the range bytes were here, which the range is the maximum subtracted by the minimum. And in this situation, they're the same value, so it's 0. So this can be useful for a cybersecurity analyst to help you identify anomalous data transfers, help you monitor for suspicious activity patterns, and establishing data transfer baselines. For non-cybersecurity analysts, it'll help you evaluate network utilization variability, troubleshoot performance issues, and inform yourself on resource allocation. We can use this to identify the mean and the variance. Using the mean function and the var function. And when we run that, we get back the statistical average and the variance from that average. This can be helpful to detect anomalous data transfer patterns, understand your traffic consistency, and set baselines for normal behaviors. If you're a non-cybersecurity analyst, you can use this to assess data transfer consistency, troubleshoot your bandwidth issues, and support resource allocation. Last command we're going to do is we're going to use the earliest and latest, and I'm going to flip to time. And this command will tell you that we'll take your time here we'll do dest IP. We're going to grab the destination IP, and we're going to grab the first log that was seen and the last log that was seen. It's going to return it back in epoch time. which we could use other commands to transfer that, but this will let you see when was the first time we saw this IP address, when was the last time we saw this IP address. And these can be useful for cybersecurity analysts. It will help you identify suspicious access patterns. You can also use it to track data exfiltration windows and investigate threat actor dwell time, the time they've been on your network. For a non-cybersecurity analyst, you can use it to analyze connection durations, support maintenance and usage audits, and understand peak usage times. Well, that's it for our analytics for the stats command. Thanks for tuning in to Lame Creations, log analysis made easy. If you found today's video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest tips, tools, and tutorials to boost your log analysis skills. Want to take it a step further? Become a member to support the channel and gain exclusive early access to videos and exclusive focused training. Join us on Discord where we dive even deeper, share insights, and tackle questions together. Until next time, from Lame Creations, where we help you go from being a lame analyst to a Splunk ninja.